Namaste. My name is Nisha Thakur and I'm a maths online tutor. In this series, we are starting rational functions and asymptotes. What is rational functions? A rational function is a function in this form if Rx is equal to Px upon Qx, where p and q are polynomials, we assume that px and qx have no factor in common, even though rational functions are constructed from polynomials. Their graphs look quite different from the graphs of polynomials function. Here is today's question. Graph the rational function fx equal 1 upon x and state the domain and range. Do you know the domain of a rational function consists of all real numbers x except those for which the denominator is 0? When graphing a rational function, we must pay special attention to the behavior of the graph near those x values. Okay, and we begin by graphing a very simple rational function here given fx is equal to 1 upon x. In this rational function, fx is equal to 1 upon x. Here x can't be 0 because if x is equal to 0, this function fx is not defined. Okay, so we approaches 0 from left side and right side. We get larger value in negative and in positive. So approaching 0 from left side, approaching negative infinity. Approaching 0 from right side, approaching positive infinity. So we can say that fx tends to negative infinity as x tends to 0 from a left side, and fx tends to positive as x tends to 0 from right side. In this another table, here we can easily see approaching negative infinity, it means x tends to negative infinity, fx tends to 0. Okay, and approaching from x infinity, so here fx value approaching 0, or we can say that fx tends to 0, x tends to negative infinity, and fx tends to 0, x tends to positive infinity. Okay, here we make a table and a diagram. So when we put x values, we get fx values like this. Here we can't put 0 because if when we put 0, fx is not defined. So we put minus values and increasing here negative infinity side, and here x values increasing positive infinity side. So we got these values. Okay, these points we plot here in the graph, and graph looks like this. So when x approaches 0 from right side, so fx tends to infinity. Okay, and you can see this here. If fx goes down, it means fx tends to negative infinity as x approaches 0 from left side. Okay, from left side, fx tends to negative infinity, from right side fx tends to positive infinity. And for this one, fx tends to 0 as x tends to infinity. X values larger, it means fx tends to 0, very close to 0. Here fx tends to 0 as x tends to negative infinity. Okay, so we can say that the function f is defined for all values of x other than 0. It means domain is x such that x not equal to 0, and range is y such that y not equal to 0. So we can easily see that x is equal to 0 is a vertical asymptote. and y equal to 0 is a horizontal asymptote. So very simple question. You can easily find out domain and range. Very easy. But if you have any doubt, please ask me. And if you liked my video, so please like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Have a great day.